Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Learn This with Mahesh. As most of you know, the last video was the 300th video. Uh, as a YouTuber, one normal challenge which everybody faces basically as a YouTuber is getting a content. You need to get a content, check it out, everything is good, so then try to do a video. So now since there are 300 videos already, I thought the videos usually get outdated because at the pace at which Google is rapidly providing more services, more features, videos usually get outdated. So what I thought is, let's do a retro style kind of a stuff. Let's go back in time. Starting from the 300th video, which was basically on some simple concepts of how do you create VPC, VMs, how do you have a specific static internal IP address, how do you use Cloud Run and Google Cloud Storage. That was a video which we had done on the 300th video, so which was on 15th of August, highlighting the 75th year of Indian independence. So I thought let's do that reverse. So reverse way of doing it. So first we'll do the 300th video, see what can be the enhancement which we can do. So let's improve certain stuffs. So the first video which I did in 2018 would require a good amount of improvement. So by the time we go back, so we will have 100 300 videos more with all the enhanced features. At the same time, I will also try to share some more new extra features or components which is coming, so that will also do. But we have 300 videos as a content. That is something which I thought, since it's reverse, I thought the ideal demo which would be is doing something which is reverse engineering using Terraform import. So if you already have an existing infrastructure and you want to find the Terraform import of it, we had already done one demo using bulk import. So another option which you can use, which is very native of Google, which is very native of Terraform, is basically Terraform import. Let's look into that. Before we do that, a quick shout out. I have already started basically the data engineering training. So couple of classes over, a couple of more slots are available. If you are interested, do let me know. Happy to share more details. So starting from 27th of August, I'm going to start my professional cloud architect training, batch 9. If you are interested, do let me know. So with that background, so let's do a reverse engineering using Terraform. So people who have not seen basically, so the video which we did on the 300th video was basically um, some concepts where we were able to link Indian independence with GCP concepts. So that was a video. So where we had created a VPC with a specific CIDR range, which was a non-RFC 1918 standard. Then we had created an instance using that. Then we had a cloud service and a bucket. Now what I thought is, everything, if you had remember the video, if you have not remembered the video, you can go look into the video. So everything was done via console, and everybody knows doing via console is the most painful task, because if I want to do the same stuff in a repeated mode in multiple environments, I have to do it multiple times, so it's not a good choice. So I can use gcloud command. So but I cannot do some parallel processing there, so I cannot handle the dependencies there. So that's not a good choice. So that's where infrastructure as code really rocks. Terraform is really a good choice there. So I thought let's do this with Terraform, where we do reverse engineering. Just give me a. After creating the VPC and subnetwork, we had created a virtual machine where the IP address was static. The internal IP address was static, with indicating the day where India had got independence. So then we had created a Cloud Run and a bucket. So this part I thought let's do it via Terraform. So and for this reverse engineering using Terraform. So if we just go to Terraform official website, so most of the time you see demos is basically where they leverage this piece. Now what I thought is, we will do the reverse engineering. So if you click on reverse engine, the import option, so this could be used in this form. So all I need to do is Terraform import this, and with the specific details, if I mention it, I should be all good. Similarly for subnetwork, instances, Cloud Run and Google Cloud Storage Bucket is what we are going to do it. So the trick is something like this. Let's do everything. So we'll do it via Cloud Shell. So I'm going to create a folder. Then there's nothing here. There's no even hidden files because the folder was created just in front of you. So all I need to do is something like a file. So I can create a file like main.tf, then I will edit it, so which is going to open our Cloud Shell editor. So the beauty is Cloud Shell editor provides auto suggestion. All I need to do is something like this, folks. Resource Google compute network. That's it, folks. This is what I have to do it. So if I just do this, basically I just need to have a blank resource. That's it. So the next is, after this thing, what we are going to create is our, I'll call everything as default. So because I have seen a good naming convention, so this is going to be a good one. So Google underscore compute underscore subnetwork, and the name is basically default. After the subnetwork was created, I had created basically the compute instance. So gcloud compute instance. So let's name it default. So after this, I had created the cloud run service. So default. Lastly is our Google Cloud storage bucket. That's it. So this is all we have to do, folks. That's it, nothing else. So if you want, basically you can also run a command called as Terraform format, so which just does a better formatting, so looks good. Now if I do, there is, apart from this file, there's nothing else. So what we need to do is basically Terraform init, because the necessary modules needs to be installed. So the Google version 4.333 needs to be installed. Now if I do ls -a, you should see some modules and all. So if you just install basically tree utility, you will be able to see a nice tree structure. So usually people who work on Terraform, they usually use this. In Cloud Shell it is not there, unfortunately. So if I use this, I get a complete structure, and you can see this is where the actual module is going to be stored. So far so good. So we have all the necessary stuffs. Now I'm just going to start using, I'm going to create a state file. So that state file is going to be generated by this. So all I need to just do mention is Terraform this line, and what's the name. That's it. So if I just do this, I should be able to generate my this thing. So the name of my resource is Indian Freedom. Now we know Google's VPC is global resource, so I don't need to mention anything else, just the name should be good enough. So if I do it, I should be able to see the resource getting imported. Now how can I see the result, the state file? Simple, you can use Terraform show. When I do this, it is going to show me that entire Terraform code, which basically indicates a subnet was created in custom mode, because auto create subnetworks is false. Then the name of the VPC, then the other default stuff, routing mode or everything was this thing default. So this is what indicates. The next part which we did was we created a subnetwork. So now just go to your imports. All you need to do is just copy this now. So now this is a regional resource. So it's a regional resource. It's better I copy this option and I go and run this. All I need to do is just change certain stuffs, make this as a project. So in Cloud Shell we get an environment variable called as dev shell underscore project id. The region is we did it in Delhi, so Delhi region is Asia South 2. The name of the subnetwork was Delhi. So I'll just show you just for your quick this thing. So the region is this, Delhi is the subnetwork name. So all good. So if I hit, it's going to get me the stuff. So it's imported successfully. Now if I do Terraform show, I should have two resources. One is basically the so one is basically the subnetwork, and you can also see the CIDR range which we gave. So it shows this. Then if I slightly scroll this up, my VPC shows. Awesome. After VPC, after subnetwork, what was the next thing which we did? We created the VM. So the name of this VM is this one. So to do a reverse engineering of the VM, so we can just go to compute Google Compute instance, click on import, just copy this line, same pattern. So just copy this line and go here, and all I need to do is, if you don't like to use that environment variable, you can use this, the actual zone or actual project name. It's your choice. So zone in which the virtual machine is created is Asia South 2-A, if I'm not wrong. Yes, and this is the name of the instance. This is the name of the instance. If I do, if everything is fine, it is imported successfully. Done. So now if I do again Terraform show, I should see the third resource, which is my virtual machine. So if I slightly scroll it, I get the complete picture, folks. I get the complete picture of my compute engine instances. So indicating what is the machine type which was used, what is the name it was using. The most important thing was the IP, the static IP address. It shows that details. So it shows that details. Good. Now the next resource which we created was basically this one, a cloud run service called as Jai Hind. When we open that, it used to show the Indian flag. So this is what we wanted to do. So for which, if I go to cloud run service, similar pattern, click on import, copy this, paste it here, and the pattern is slightly different. So you have to mention the location because cloud run is a regional resource, so you have to mention this. And this is what I felt. Basically there's somewhere, some places inconsistency in the naming. Some places they call it as region, some places they call it as location. Just a small observation. So namespace project, I can use this environment variable if I want, and the name of the service is Jai Hind. It should basically show, okay, maybe a spelling mistake if I'm not wrong. Cloud Shell project. Okay, it is not in Delhi. It is in, if I'm not wrong, it's in Mumbai. 1 minute, let me just go. So just to show you that there was a mistake. Yeah, it is in Mumbai. So that's the reason it is showing the resource is not found. So good that we saw an error. Otherwise, it would have looked like a cooked demo. So let me just go and change this to 1. We should be able to see it. Awesome. So similarly, if I do Terraform show, I should see my cloud run related configurations. So this is all my cloud run service. Which region, what is the name, and the current state, what was the container image used, zone printer, everything it shows. And the last one was basically a bucket which we created, and this is where the beauty comes with bucket and cloud network. These are global resources, so if we want to basically import them, just the name should be enough. Just the name should be enough. So this is what I can use it. So I can just copy this. So copy this, and the name of the bucket. I don't need any region, anything of that sort. Just the name, like how we did with our VPC, because VPC is a global resource. And when we create a bucket, the bucket name has to be globally unique, so within Google's ecosystem. So that should be good enough. We should be able to reverse engineering. Now we have done the stuff, everything is done. So now what I would do is basically I'll just connect real quick to another tab and open the same stuff. The only reason is if I open it in the same terminal, it's little difficult to copy the output. This is what I'll do. Show. So when I do this, I get a complete picture. So I can just go to the top. All those 5 resources which we created: VPC, subnetwork, VM, then Cloud Run service, and basically our Google Cloud Storage bucket. So everything I have it. Now it's just a matter of me going and sorry. So let's copy the content which we got it from Terraform show, save it, something with the name reversed.tf. So we get the stuffs. And one important point which I wanted to highlight: reverse engineering is never 100% reversed. So you have to do some little work. So you may have to remove sometimes, when if you are going to use this, you may have to remove the state. For example, for cloud function, cloud run. So you have to remove this block and then do it. It's not 100% reverse engineering. So just wanted to set that expectation right. So that's a video which I wanted to do. So a new approach or a new way which I want to do, so where we do stuffs starting from our 300th video. We'll go back onto the first video where we will try to do improvement on each and every video. So I have got the content. Do let me know your comments and thoughts so that we can have ongoing more videos in our channel. Thank you for watching.